Yeah, he's not lying. There's a very heavy emphasis on Teddy.
Hey, Eggsy. I'm alright. Busy as fuck lately. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here, but I got a lot of business done today, and I'm pretty happy about the direction things are going. I want to show you guys some stuff, so when we get some people in here, please move over to Rumble. So as soon as you see it going live, you know what? I'm gonna put Callahan on the picture for now while I go set up a couple of things, some washing stuff, all that. Mitty, thank you, buddy. I could use the people I need are over in Rumble. I know. I will share the link. Here we go. I can't share it in your screen. Okay. Eggsy, share it to him. Where's the link? Share that over to Callahan. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put Callahan on screen for now while I go set up. Let him know that Callahan sent you. I would appreciate it very, very much, my friend. Damn, it's weird hearing my own voice on someone else's line. What the fuck? Yeah, so wanker asshole. We'll have it. You are correct, sir. Fucking cheeky fucking wanker fuck. Shit. Hey, guys, please go over there. Show Doc some love. Good dude. Apparently, I didn't switch it over properly. Yeah. There he is. All right. Everyone loves Callahan, and I do too. I'm one of his biggest fans. Havoc, thank you. He's not winking. If you don't want to go on to Rumble, please do. Either way, I need the watch time. At least please go say hi on his YouTube. If you could, go say hi on Rumble. Go say hi on Rumble. Let him know the Callahan. Or Midwest. Or that asshole driver. Sent you over there. Well,
Well, Hank, if you would save your password on that site, you wouldn't have to do it anymore. I know why people don't want to, but
Rumble's better.
Rumble's better in the sense that it truly is free speech. Havoc.
Once we get everything set up
for here, we'll be live
Rumble,
on
Kick,
Rumble,
and YouTube.
Kick, and YouTube.
Hey, Pink. Thank you, brother. Thanks for hanging out.
It's gotta get that.
Dude, doesn't he look creepy as hell?
Set up the right way.
Doesn't that dog look creepy? This is the dead dog. My mother-in-law bought this pillow for us.
I get it, Pink. I get it, man.
Dude, it's a dog that died. My wife brought it out the other day, and I told her it's creepy as hell. But she put it there, so I'm going to leave it there. He was a good dog. He was a good dog. I'm going to bring in all the other good dogs right now.
Havoc, it would just be me and Doc on Rumble.
All right. They're rumbling around. They're all. Oh, there's one of the shepherds. Let's go to full screen. I got a plug in my ear. Oh, I got a shepherd face.
I get it though, man.
No worries.
No worries.
I don't know what they think's going on. They already have treats, I'm sure.
Fuck you, Havoc. Cocksucker.
Hey guys. What up?
I can't speak about myself, but I can definitely tell you that Doc, of all people, is not narcissistic. One of the most humble, down-to-earth people you'll ever have a conversation with.
I appreciate that, brother. You. I appreciate that. Here's the bully.
Mary Simpkin, welcome in, sir. How you doing?
Everybody's giving me love. Everybody's giving me loves. Everybody's giving me loves. Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
I know you weren't. Havoc, I know. I'm well aware.
They called cookies for that. Yeah, he's a little guy. No, it's the fun.
For someone that likes you, that's a compliment. So I'll take
I have a bully behind me. Hang on. Let me go back. Come here, buddy.
I know, Havoc. I know.
He's a puppy. He's only like 4 months
I know.
old.
It's all good, man.
It's so big.
I know your hasty fucking wanker ways.
He's so big. Yeah. That's one of the German Shepherds. I had 4 dogs. It's the smaller German. This is the pug. He's the boss baby. He's cute about it. He's really cute about it. Shepherds. They're all awesome each other, so we're trying not to make an issue.
I guess. Wants to bump tips. Even fucking Ron Jeremy couldn't bump tips with someone like that.
Yeah, I know.
You'd have to get some jack stands or something to hold up the belly.
All right, I have some stuff to play for you guys. I know most of you are watching Callahan drive down the road, and I love doing that myself. They actually have some Nick Fuentes from tonight. It's pretty hot. I'll watch some of that, and I'll play along with it. And there's some White House stuff too. Let's do the White House stuff first, actually. I'm gonna leave.
Yes, Tip, he is. Rumble and YouTube. His Rumble link is in the chat somewhere. Just scroll up a little bit.
Gain with what's Gain? What's that mean? Gain with Callahan. I'm always watching Callahan. He's a good friend of mine. I love him. Every time I see him go live, I'll at least open up something. Even if I'm just lurking, I open up something and give him a like. Hey Tev, thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. And guys, my watch time. I'm only monetized on Rumble,
Like
not on YouTube. YouTube's begging me to remonetize, but they're gonna kill me again as soon as they go live. So
wearing a kangaroo tail
I do most of my stuff with but I appreciate any topics. I appreciate you guys popping in. If you go to my description, you'll see the link tree, which will give you my Rumble. We're gonna watch some. And guess what? In the background, I'm watching Callahan. We'll be popping over there from time to time to chat with him. We love him. We love that young man.
What is a singlet?
He's a good guy. Oh, you're in Callahan's. You guys are all in Callahan's. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming over because he asked you to. Some Trump stuff. The wife beater. Hey, my house is hot. My wife likes this house to be hot. See, what's going on with this? I agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here. Incredible people, incredible country. I'm thrilled to be back with so many visionary innovators and titans of industry, the most brilliant in the world, actually. So many different locations, and they come from all over, but this is a very special country that I'm in, and the business leaders here at APAC are really fantastic. So many friends, and I want to thank our host at this important summit, President Lee of South Korea. He's a terrific person, and I'm going to be meeting with him this afternoon, and I look forward to that very much. The Republic of Korea is a cherished American friend and a close ally. And as we can see in this beautiful city, it's truly one of the most remarkable nations anywhere on earth. Here in this peninsula, the people of South Korea have forged a miracle of economic development like you rarely see. An industrial and technological powerhouse, and above all, a free society and enduring democracy and a thriving civilization. And I want to congratulate you. There's very few places like it. The entire world should be inspired by all that you have achieved, and they study you, and they do so much to understand what you've done, but most of them don't get it. And that's probably good for you. Keep it this way. Most of them don't get it. They want to get it, but it doesn't quite work out for them the same way it works out for you. So that's a great tribute to you. We have some very special people with us today, and I want to thank for the great job he's done, and also for being here, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Marco, you're around here someplace. Where's Marco? Marco, thank you. Man who's doing a fantastic job, who understands the markets maybe better than anybody. Our Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Scott, thank you very much. And somebody that you're dealing with, who you made a very good deal with, because you have very good negotiators, but he's pretty good too. Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce. Thank you, Howard. U.S. Trade Representative, Ambassador Jameson Greer, is a fantastic person.
Many of you guys have seen this, actually. This is a pretty good
And
speech.
your careers, Minister of Trade, Industry, and Resources, Mr. Jung Kwan Kim.
Listen to this
who's
on my
an
way home
incredible
tonight.
man, actually.
It was
My
awesome.
people say he's very tough, however. We wish we had somebody of a little bit lesser caliber, but they decided not to do that.
Hey, Fallon.
And so many other
Steve.
distinguished guests are here, so I just want to thank you very much. It's an incredible room.
Please come over to
It's a
Rumble if you
beautiful
could.
room, by the way. All those beautiful
Could use the
people
watch
up
time.
there, so high up.
Yeah.
This place is
He's
packed.
my big
Thank
boy.
you.
He's
Look,
my
they're
big
waving.
boy.
Thank you very much.
He's my big boy.
But as you know, APEC unites
my
Pacific
God.
nations around our growing
My big boy.
economies and
You're my big
promoting
boy.
our shared
You're my big boy.
interests. And today I come with exciting news from one of the largest Pacific nations. We'll call ourselves a Pacific nation, but one of the largest of them all, the United States of America. I'm pleased to report to you that this afternoon, after 4 years of weakness, disaster, really decline, America is back, and it's back stronger
Yeah,
than
how
ever
big his head
before. We're
is
doing numbers that
compared to mine.
nobody's ever seen before. We're the hottest
He's
country in the
fucking
world,
huge.
actually. You say
He's your
that
big boy.
with other
He's your
countries
big boy.
represented, and they admit it.
He's your big
But
boy.
I do say it very proudly.
Come
1
on,
year
please.
ago, our country was in very,
Come.
very serious trouble.
Come.
Some people thought our country was dead.
Oh,
Now
no.
we're literally the sort of an inspiration to a lot of other countries. We are indeed, I use the term hottest country, but we're the hottest country anywhere in the world by far. The United States is blessed with right now, the strongest economy, the strongest borders. This all happened over the last 9 months. The strongest military, the strongest friendships, and the strongest spirit of any nation on the face of the earth. This is a golden age in a short period of time. I knew we could do it. I didn't know we were going to do it this quickly. It's a little bit more than 9 months. So in less than 1 year, we've secured commitments for over 18 trillion.
So we have all this turmoil going on here with the shutdown and everything, but he is still plowing on and doing this stuff internationally. That's what I respect about this guy, okay? I have a lot of negative feelings that I have expressed. I don't know if you've heard them, but I and behind all of this.
$1 trillion of new investments. As an example, the previous administration, in 4 years, they did less than $1 trillion. I think much less, actually, and hurt our country very badly. Who would have known? But we're going to be 18, so I figure that we'll probably be at 20 or 21, maybe even $22 trillion of investments coming into our country by the end of the first year of my second term. And, you know, we had a tremendously successful first term. We had the strongest economy in history for our country, strongest we ever had. But this is, I think, blowing it away. We have great policy. We have some very good things happening. The stock market, as you know, is set 45 all-time highs since in a period of, it's pretty good, in a period of 9 months, breaking new records week after week, including one just yesterday. We set the record GDP growth in the second quarter, and that's with all of the things that we're doing. When they are built in a year and 2 years, we're going to go through the roof. I mean, we're going to see numbers that I don't think have ever been seen before.
Trump won, and we couldn't do nothing about it. And that's it.
Because I think we're in an economic revolution in America. We went from 3.8%, up 3.8% GDP, triple and even quadruple the rate that a lot of people thought would be. They thought that during this period that we'd be at a much lower rate. Some people predicted 1.5, and we're going to be very close to 4. The next quarter, we're expected to be at about 4% growth. And after that, I mean, I can't even predict, because when all of these factories that are moving in, the car plants are moving in. Yesterday, I was with Mr. Toyota in Japan, and he's just announced he's going to spend, they are going to spend $10 billion, and they're going to build new car plants, and they're going to build them in numerous states, about 6 or 7 different states. And we're bringing our car industry back. We're bringing AI. We're leading everybody in AI. We're leading every nation in AI by a lot. In 9 months, we've lifted over 600,000 Americans off food stamps. Wages for workers are rising at the fastest pace in more than 60 years.
All right,
energy
that's
prices
cool.
are down. Gasoline prices are down.
I'm not
prices are down.
100%
Mortgage
behind
rates are
anybody.
down, despite the fact that we have.
I like what he's saying, and I like the direction things are
I
going.
call him Jerome.
He's on the right
He's
side
always
of the
too late.
shutdown right now. I'll tell you that.
Jerome too late Powell, but he's out of there in another couple of months. We'll be very happy about that.
He doesn't want to
Appoint
spend any
somebody
more
that we
money.
all like.
He just wants to continue
We should have the lowest
doing
interest
and
rates
then
of any
negotiate.
country, because without us, there are no other countries, really. I mean, the whole thing falls apart. You know, America always had the lowest interest rates, and now we don't do that. We're like number 28. It's ridiculous. And we're a much different
Yeah, I
country
do
than
too,
we were 2 years
Carney.
ago or a year ago even. But
It'd be nice,
you know
wouldn't
what?
it?
The crazy thing is, in the old days, I call it the old days. I'm a little bit older. I'm looking at all these young, brilliant faces. I'm a slight, couple of years older than you, just a couple of years. But in the old days, when you announced good news, the stock market went up. You announced good news, the stock market would go up. Now, when you announce good news, the stock market goes down, because people say, oh, that's terrible. You're doing well, that's terrible. Interest rates will go up. So they think because of that, interest rates will go up because that. It's inverse to what it should be. We're going to go back to the way it used to be. When we announce good news, the stock markets are going to go up. And that's the way it should be. And we're going to really ride that very hard. And when we announce good news, we're not going to have a Fed that's going to raise interest rates because they're worried about inflation in 3 years from now or something. When we announce good news, we want the stock market to go up, not to go down. And the scourge of inflation we inherited. We inherited the worst inflation ever that we've ever had. I inherited from incompetent people, and now we're down to a very low rate of inflation, 2.7%, and it's going to be a little bit lower than that. It's almost a perfect number. Believe it or not, you don't want to have 0. You want to have like 1% to 2%, and we're very close to that number. But we had inflation the worst in the history of our country. But factories are booming in the USA, and manufacturing productivity is rising 5 times faster than it was just 1 year ago. Think of that. Steel production is way up by 155,000 tons a week. Oil production is through the roof by 500,000 barrels a day.
That's
and
a hard
mining
word
of
to
clean,
say.
beautiful
So
coal. I call
journey
it clean,
seems
beautiful
appropriate.
coal is up by 2.6 million tons every single month. And we brought coal back into the picture. What you can do with coal today is incredible. So I call it clean, beautiful. I don't use the word coal, I say, because it's got a little bit of a problem, public relations-wise, the word. So we call it clean, beautiful. My administration's not allowed to use the word coal. They have to say clean, beautiful coal. We've given it a new name. It's a three-name deal. Even semiconductor manufacturing is rapidly returning to the United States. NVIDIA and TSMC have just produced the first state-of-the-art Blackwell chip that was 100% made in the USA. In fact, Jensen, who's an incredible guy, might be here. I don't even know. Is Jensen here? I think he's around. Somebody said he's here. How is he? Pretty good, right? Got a chip. Got a chip
Ito,
that's like
welcome in,
10
buddy.
years advanced, but he's great.
I'd
And
appreciate you popping in
they're all,
Florida Rumble
you know,
site.
building
I
now.
need,
They're
I need
building
watch time
tremendous
there for
plants in the United
monetary
States,
reasons.
Arizona,
But I
Texas,
appreciate
all
you being
over.
here anyway.
We're going to have a
Either
big
way.
portion of the chip market just in a very short period of time. But these tremendous strides are also creating great jobs for our citizens. 1.9 million more American-born workers are employed today than when I took office 9 months ago. Think of that. Almost 2 million people more American
American-born.
workers. Nobody's ever had numbers like that. And those numbers are going to get much bigger, much better than that when we
Because that matters. Sorry, it does.
open these plants that are being built all over, the AI plants. I've never seen plants this big. You know, I built shopping centers, I built a lot of things, but if you spend 250, 300 million, you can build a big shopping center. These people are spending $50 billion to build a building. And I say, what's your product? Information. I said, well, good luck. That's a lot of information you're going to have. But, you know, they're the smartest people in the world are doing it, and they all think it's great. All I can do is make it easy for them. And what I've done, one of the things that I'm most proud of, because I thought of it like every, you know, country, our electricity production, our energy production is not, you know, it's not, nobody ever saw this kind of a revolution with the AI. And what they need more than anything is electricity. So if a country was able to do that, it would be, you know, pretty unusual. It would be very hard, maybe you could say impossible. So I came up with a concept when they build this massive plant, sometimes the size of Manhattan. Think of that. The size of Manhattan. These plants are the biggest. I've never seen anything like it, actually. Nobody has. There's never been anything like it. But I let them build their own electricity generating plants with it. So they're building their own electric. They're sort of becoming an electric producing company in addition to all of the other things that they produce, including information. And what they're able to do is start immediately. We're giving them very fast permits. We're no longer having them wait for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years prior to rejection. They'd go 15 years and then they'd get a vote, a rejection. And by that time, their concepts were old and obsolete.
Hey, Duke City,
anyway.
good to see you, buddy.
It's terrible. And we're
Welcome,
getting it
Red
done
Wings,
rapidly,
man.
literally rapidly. And they're coming up with electric generating plants, the likes of which nobody has seen. The companies are standard companies that do electricity and create power companies. They've never seen anything like it because we have a level of genius, a level of people that are designing things that nobody's ever seen before, that produces vast amounts of electricity for their plant. And if they have extra electricity, they sell it back into the grid. So they really, I mean, it's really been amazing, and it allows people to start building immediately, and they can't blame the government. They won't blame me because I didn't produce enough out of the grid that's 200 years old. So we have more people now working than at any time in the history of our country. We've sort of just begun. It's hard to believe, actually, if you knew where we were 2 years ago. All of this is incredible news for Americans and for nations around the globe, and it is for South Korea because we're partners. We're serious partners. We're wedded, and we have a very special relationship, a special bond. In fact, we're working with you on shipbuilding, where you're going to come in. We were the #1 in the world during World War II. We produced a ship a day. Can you believe it? You know, tankers and freighters and this, a ship a day. And today we're not really building ships, and we're going to start, and we're going to have a very thriving shipbuilding industry, and we're working it with South Korea very much so. In fact, some of the people in this room, they bought the Philadelphia shipyard. I think it's going to be one of the most successful yards in the world, anywhere in the world. It's great. Known for incredible production years ago, and sort of through bad management or bad thinking by people that were prior to me. I mean, you have to blame the president. You can give the president credit or blame the president, but I blame the presidents. They allowed the shipbuilding industry to go away, essentially, in our country. We're going to bring it back very, very powerfully. When America thrives, our partners thrive, and our alliances thrive.
Bill, welcome to Rumble, brother.
All of the
Thank you, brother.
countries, the Indo-Pacific thrives, and that's good for all of us.
We got some Nick
the entire
Fuentes
world
after
becomes
this.
safer and
Some
wealthy
good stuff.
and greater than ever before. We get along with
I don't know if you
a
guys
lot
like
of
him or
countries.
not,
We
but
solved a lot of wars and a lot of
sometimes
problems,
he
and that's all
spells some
good
good
for all
stuff.
of us. The
I'll
extraordinary
object to some
American
of the things he
turnaround that
says.
I've just described has been achieved not by just continuing business as usual back in Washington. If I didn't win the election, and we won it in a landslide, we won by tremendous numbers. I had a whole thing too big, you have to say, too big to rig. We didn't want any rigging. We had these great polls going in. I said, don't believe the polls. Pretend we're 1 point down. Always assume we're 1 point down, and everybody voted. We won in a landslide. We won all 7 swing states. You have to win the swing states, and we won all 7, which is something that rarely happens. But to win the popular vote by millions, we won everything you can win. The Electoral College by a tremendous amount. We won in counties. They have counties, thousands of counties. And we were
They have
2,700 compared to 525 actually. So think of that. We were 2,000.
Hey, thanks for popping in, though. I appreciate you, Joe.
500.
Hey, we need to get together, man. I apparently I
That's
just
why
heard
the
we
red-
missed
the map shows all red.
the
Red being
checkpoint last
Republican,
weekend.
not something
We
else.
can't
Red
let
being
that happen
Republican.
again. We need to be on top of
Only a
it.
few people understand that one.
I really want to. I
My
really love
administration
reporting
has
checkpoints.
rejected the old model of incompetent government that punished success and rewarded failure and made building anything almost impossible. When you come into our country, and many of you are doing that, but when you come into America, you're going to get service like you've never seen before. Quick permits, and we want safety, we want great environmental, we want everything good, but it's going to go quickly. We're rewarding those who build and create and hire and invest in the USA, and
Sorry.
anybody else. We have the most oil and gas and coal, more than any
Screwed that
other
up. Sorry,
nation
guys.
on earth. So that's a big advantage that we have over others. We have the lowest regulatory burden. In my first term, we cut more regulations than any other administration
I
in
will.
history.
I'll give you
We're going to
a
do about the
shout
same
out.
level right now or more if we can. The most advanced technology and the fairest trade deals anywhere in the world. And for decades before I took office, our country.
And we have enough for a read. We need an ad read in here, so we're going to do that. Now that we pause that, I'm just going to go with the first one here. Copy the script. Copy. Okay. All right. First read. If you haven't already, make sure you download Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content you want. Once you've got it, search for my Rumble channel and hit follow. That way you'll get a notification every time we go live. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Should be popped up there. Download it to your phone and you're ready to go. If you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble. Follow the channel and be part of the action. It works. I watch it in the morning, almost every morning on my TV, guys. And you can pause it, switch to another channel, blah, blah, blah. I love it. Love it. All right, so we'll go back to the live.
Okay, 45 now. That's
Is run by legions of bureaucrats who were always looking for a reason to say no. Why? How can we say no? They wanted to say no. They thought that was their job, and it's really just the opposite. We work to say yes. So now we have a president in the White House who cuts through the red tape and excuses. We don't stand for excuses, and says yes to big ideas and bold initiatives and grand ambitions so that America can have great industries, great dreams, and to be the greatest nation on earth, which is where we are now, actually, in a very short period of time. We're rebuilding things that are incredible. We have the strongest military in the world. We have the best equipment. We have the best manufacturers of equipment. And South Korea is buying a lot of our weapons. We make the best. We have the planes and just about everything other than ships. And we'll be there very shortly with ships, too. But the only reason it's not ships, because, I don't know, for some reason they stopped doing that. I guess they went on to other businesses. But there are some basics in life, and one of the things you need is ships. I always say you need steel, you need aluminum, you need this. There are things you don't need. A lot of things that a country doesn't need.
Thanks, Havoc. I appreciate you coming in here, brother.
Gotta have steel. And
Hey, good day.
We're redoing
It's probably morning time there. Have a good day, brother.
We're redoing our industry. We're starting to produce large amounts of steel,
You'll be
massive
good,
amounts
brother.
of steel.
Appreciate all your support.
Right at the top in a very short period of time. The mills are opening again, and
What?
we're opening
Oh,
up.
I have a
And
kitty.
again, it's national security,
What?
and it's because of tariffs.
What?
We're reclaiming our heritage as a nation of builders and doers, and we're pioneers in a sense, but we're really doing it again, but we're doing it even better than we did the first time,
Yelling
which
at
is
me. Why are you
the first
yelling?
couple of 100 years. And we're pursuing this vision with unrelenting drive and really unprecedented success. In July, I proudly sounded, it was very
afternoon there.
important. I went into the archives. We looked at every possible
It's
thing you could
tomorrow
look
there.
at,
Well,
and
it's
I
today,
signed into
but
law
later.
the largest tax cuts in American history. And as you remember, in my first term, we cut taxes from 39% down to 21%. And now we've done even better than that, putting more money in the pockets of American families that make up the largest consumer market on earth for businesses and manufacturers like those in this room. Our tax law includes 100% expensing for all new factories, plants, and equipment. So that means you can write everything off in the first year. So that's like we had in the first, except this goes for a period of 10 years. Whereas the other was over a much shorter period of time. And I actually think that we had such tremendous success. I always said that was the single most important thing, the expensing, the one-year expensing. Upon taking office, I signed executive
only
orders
female
that
here besides the
required
wife.
that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations have to be eliminated. I did that in the first term, too, and it worked. So if you want a new regulation,
I
you
have
have to
the
get rid
bully
of
wrapped
10.
around
And
me.
already we're exceeding that limit,
I have a
reaching
German
closer
Shepherd here and I
to
have a German
30
Shepherd there.
to 1. Our people have done that, our great secretaries
Yeah,
and other people
Black
in the
cat,
administration.
fucking with
So
all of them.
we've been actually at a level where we sign in a new regulation, they get rid of 30 old. We're sort of cleaning up the books because many of these regulations are obsolete, they don't belong, and some were so horrible they were obsolete, but they really stopped projects from being built, and we're getting rid of all of them. We've pretty much done that. We have streamlined permitting for all new energy and mining projects. It used to take decades for an administration to get something approved, and now it's a process that will take, generally speaking, less than 28 days. In addition, across government, we're guaranteeing a rapid and expedited regulatory review for all new projects in the United States, and that's worth billions and billions of dollars to industry. You spent more money on trying to get something approved than you do in building the plant itself. You know, in Louisiana, my first term, there were 2 plants, and one was financed by a tremendous group of Japanese investors, and it was about $16 billion, LNG plants. Another one was financed by people from South Korea and others. LNG, both have a massive LNG. They were in the review process. One was 15 years, one was 16 or 17 years, and they were then told, forget it, we're not going to get it approved. So I came into government, I heard about it, and I love Louisiana. We did very well there. We did well in just about all the states, but we did really well in Louisiana. And so I got involved. The one plant that was in for almost 15 years, I got it approved in one day. One day. In fact, when we called the people to say that they got approved, they didn't know what the hell we were talking about. They said, "You got it approved." We sort of gave up on it. I said, "No, you don't have to give up. We got it approved." The other one took me a little bit longer. I didn't do as good a job. It took me 1 week. And they got approved and they got built. They're massive plants and they're doing unbelievably. They're like setting records. LNG, big. It's like the Empire
Clean
State
gas.
Building light.
Burn it off.
lying
It's
on its
nothing but
side.
vapor.
And all I know is, I looked at it. I said, "What kind of a building is that?" All it's got is pipes going back and forth. I never saw anything like it. But whatever it is, it works. And they've been very, very successful. But think of it, 14 and 15 years. And I got one approved in one day and one approved in 1 week, and they've been doing great, and they've been good for the environment. I've shrunk the size of government for the first time in many years since January. 100,000 bureaucrats have left the federal payroll. You've probably seen that. So
We need more.
creating real
Many
jobs.
more.
We're getting rid of wasteful jobs. Government spending is down
Probably 3 times that
2.5% this quarter
just to
compared
get
to 1
started.
year ago. It was going through the roof in the previous administration. And in stark contrast
Clinton got
to
rid of more than that.
4 years ago. I mean, if you look, 100% of all new jobs created in America under my administration have been created by the private sector. Think of that. The government created no new jobs. The private sector created the record number of jobs that we're talking about. That's a country. That's really a success. It's easy to create government jobs. I could say, add a lot of people to your payrolls. I can fake up the numbers if I want, but that's no way.
That's
That's
what
not
they
the way
did
you build
last
a great country. You don't do
administration.
that here.
All those new
That's
jobs were
not
all
the way,
government
but it's
jobs,
a good way to show
which
good
were
numbers,
paid
I'll
for
tell you.
by
I just
us,
tell everybody,
taxpayers.
hire a lot of people. That's what they used to do under the Biden administration, under Barack Hussein Obama. You had, they'd say, hire a lot of people so we can make our numbers look good. I do the opposite. And we have real numbers. These are real numbers. There's truly no better time to invest in the USA. The results speak for themselves. Since the election, TSMC has pledged to invest $100 billion in the United States. So they're coming in from Taiwan. We have tremendous numbers of companies coming from Taiwan and building in the U.S. Apple, $600 billion investment. Hyundai, $26 billion. Micron, $200 billion. SoftBank,
Well, I think they're
OpenAI,
gone.
Oracle, over
If they're not, they will
$500
be.
billion. Amazon, $35 billion. Pfizer, $70 billion. Jera, $200 billion. Google, $25 billion. NVIDIA, $500 billion. Genentech, $50 billion. Johnson & Johnson, $57. We're bringing back all of our pharmaceutical business.
Too many
IBM,
pharmaceuticals.
$150 billion.
I have issues with that.
AstraZeneca, $50 billion, among many others, many others. Too many to talk about. But one of
As
the
long
most
as they're not
significant
dictating
factors in
what
this
you say.
remarkable surge of new investment has been my transformation
Speaking
in
of that,
trade policy. 8 years ago, I came to this very
I'm about
summit.
to get
I was
off
here. Does anybody remember? I don't know. I remember. Does anybody remember what I said?
of the big pharma
Yeah, there's a few
medication
hands up there. It must have been a great
train.
speech. 3 people. It's not too many people.
Dude,
But,
clear them out. I'll be
There's
right
no
back.
reason to, because you saw whatever I said, I did. And for the first time, I laid out the principle that economic security is national security. Economic security, that's for South Korea, that's for any country. But economic security is, in fact, national security. I made the case that the global trading system was broken and in urgent need of reform, had to be fixed. The system had been exploited by countries that
Bully
broke the
right here.
rules at the expense
Cuddle
of
up with
countries that followed the rules to a T, and asked the nations of APEC to be our partners in making the
Doggy.
system fair and more
Doggy.
sustainable for all of us, and we all work together, the APEC nations. 8 years later, as I'm back here in Asia, and I'm pleased to say that the positive vision for revolutionary reform I laid out, it seems like a long time ago, is now a reality. What really seems amazing is that we did all these things. We stopped a lot of wars. We did so many different things, made our country strong. Thank you. Thank you.
That's the big thing. Ending the wars, man.
And the campaign
the
seemed like
killing.
so long ago. And I was reading something today in one
And the
of
killing.
the journals,
I don't care how you do it.
and they
Just end
said,
it.
can you believe it? 1 year ago, I was
I hate the killing
campaigning
of people.
to win. Think of that. was about a week. In a week, it'll be November 5th. And November 5th was the election. I said, can you imagine that? Here I am, president. We've done so many different things economically, militarily, peace-wise, peace through strength. And yet, 1 year ago, it's not long ago, I was campaigning. We didn't win. We were campaigning, and then we had the election, and we had a great election. And the spirit in our country is like incredible. If you compare that, we lost a lot of spirit in our country. Our country is depressed.
Trying to see how many people here.
But around the world, we're signing one trade deal after another to balance our relationships on the basis of reciprocity. Very important word. On this trip alone, I've signed groundbreaking agreements with Malaysia, Cambodia, Japan. Our deal with the Republic of Korea will.
So almost everybody here is
very
Brian.
soon, like moments
toe
and
and
very
he's
shortly
gone.
thereafter. These agreements will be incredible victories for all of us because everyone is better off when we have stable partnerships. Not
So we're going to go over
chronic
to
problems
premium
and imbalances.
exclusive.
Probably
Since we have 6
that
here,
the President Xi of China is coming tomorrow here.
you're not going to see any
And we're going
difference.
to be,
Other
I
people
hope,
will.
making a deal. I think we're going to have a deal. I think it'll be a
If
good
you're,
deal.
hey, if you're not premium
and that's really
exclusive on
a
Rumble,
great
or if
result.
you're not a
That's better than
member
fighting,
on Rumble,
going through all
hop
sorts
off
of
on
problems and
YouTube.
no reason for it. I think it's going to be a great deal
Hop
for
over
both.
and
So
I'll
be meeting
get
him
you a
tomorrow. A lot of people
membership.
are interested. They're also interested in what we're doing, but they're interested in that. I can tell you a lot. The world is watching.
Because I'm going to do
And
my
I think we
premium
have
hours
something that's
tonight. I
very
got to read. I
exciting
only
for
need one read
everybody.
left, and then we got
And
a
that's also
pound on
good
the
for
watch
South
time
Korea.
though.
That's good for. It's good for all
I've been
nations.
lagging.
We're
I've been
ending
busy doing
gaping trade deficits, unfair
buying a
trade
bar business
barriers
and
to market access,
all that.
insecure supply chains, weak, pathetic
That's
supply
looking
chains, and much,
good,
much more. We
better
had
every
such
day.
bad
So
supply chains under the last administration. It was embarrassing. And we're entering a new era of trade that truly works for both sides. Got to work for everybody. Deals have to be good for everybody. I've heard that all the time, and I never really believed it, I'll be honest. I said, if you make a great deal. The best deals are deals that work for everybody, especially when you're talking about nations. When you're talking about nations, it really is a little bit different than you're doing a business deal and you want to just rip their hearts out, right? These guys know what I mean. They've ripped out so many hearts. But when you have nations, it's a little bit different, It's you got to all balance out a little bit. When I announced
give it a
reciprocal
minute before we
tariffs
do
last
it.
April, some people thought it was wonderful, and others
Okay,
really
I'm down to
weren't
one
so
on YouTube
sure.
now.
They weren't sure.
So
They didn't
I'm
understand
gonna go ahead and
tariffs
switch it
because
once we
tariffs
get
were
back.
used
I'll be right
against
back.
us. We didn't use tariffs stupidly. And we do now. National security. This week we proved once and for all that few critics, there were no critics left. The only critics are people that took advantage of us for many years, and now they're not able to do that. The deals we're signing with our friends and partners are making our alliances closer and stronger than ever before, and they respect us because we were so foolish.
Here we go.
The people that ran our country were so foolish. With these agreements, our nations will extend our vital security alliances into the realm of economic security.